and this is an amazing read, a quick one. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Srinidhi and I hope you're all doing good. First of all, Happy New Year. And I couldn't post consistently for all these time, and I know that won't be an excuse, but yeah, completed like 30 plus books, and it's a great achievement for me because I am a slow reader. So you know how slow readers usually work. They do read, they have the passion in reading, but somehow they end up not reading as many as books that Book Talk usually showcase. So today we are going to do a book review, which is like a quick book review, and that book is called as Almond. If you haven't read this book, what you have been doing? And this is an amazing read, a quick one. Firstly, this book talks about a guy called as Unji, or Yunji if I'm not wrong, who is born with a part of his brain which is smaller and which is to be in the correct size in order to express emotions, in order to validate the emotions of the people you are talking. So such kind of people cannot express something called as fear, mainly when this kind of the part of the brain which is small is called as amygdala. Okay, let us assume that the part of the brain which is small, which is important to feel emotions, let us suppose it as A. Okay, part A, the A of our brain is to be in the correct size in order to express the emotions and also to receive or to validate the emotions or expressions that people from the people that you're talking to. But this boy, a young boy, is not able to express his emotions, due to which he couldn't assess the expressions of the people that he is speaking to, even his own mother or grandmother. This is something that people usually used to say to Yunji, that you don't have to get to know what is fear, so that's called as braveness, right? So here Yunji beautifully says that fear is something, it's a response that you have, that survival instincts. But if suppose a car is coming to hit you, if you don't have the fear, how will you know that I have to get out of the way? If you have fear, that doesn't mean that you lack bravery, you're devoid of bravery. It means you're stronger. But for this guy who doesn't know what is emotions at all, so wrong people might take it in a very wrong way, like psychopaths or psycho killers who do not have any remorse over their victims, right? But this boy didn't turn like that. This boy is a beautiful boy who has grown in a right way. He has not misused what he thought he lacked, and that is, I think, one of the beautiful stories I've ever read. One thing that I can recommend, I can say to you all, is if you haven't read, if you want something wholesome to feel after having a very good meal, this book is for you. It will teach you a lot of things. So it is somewhere present between back of your ear and the back of your head. So you can see almond, or also the size of the amygdala, if I'm not wrong. So you can see it is present between this ear, so back of the ear. So this text is present behind the ear, behind the head. So it's somewhere between behind the head and the back of the ear. So this is what I observed. So it's one way I think the author is saying to us that this actually subjects the part of the brain which has to be developed in order to show emotions. And it beautifully portrays about the relationship. See, even despite not able to deliver the emotion, showcase the emotion, there was love somewhere in his heart. So how I could say this is his mother and his grandmother is brutally murdered by this psycho killer, who is committed to loneliness, who had no one to talk, and he has his motto of killing everyone who smiles. So the happiest people on the day of Christmas were Yunji's mother and grandmother. So he killed his grandmother brutally. So but fortunately his mother made it, okay, but she was in coma for like at least for 8 or 5 years, more than 5 years. Even like he didn't had any kind of emotions, he didn't know how to show them, but he was still there seeing his mother each and every day without giving an excuse. I don't know, this is what I call it as love. You are there for the person, for the people that that you love. So if you don't love, you don't be there, you won't be available. I think somehow or somewhere love is hidden, and the feelings when you see your crush for the very first time, the swelling of your tummy, your stomach, your heart beating to its core, I think that is also a feeling. He had it when he saw a girl named Dora. I think the book is more than the medical condition that we suggest. People around him defined him. He had good friends, he had good mentor, he had good family. That's what made him the way he is. So finally, in the end, he get the emotions. He finally cries. He had never cried in his life. So this book's a beautiful read. If you're looking for something wholesome, something you wanted to read for a very long time, I think I'll suggest you this book. So that's a book review about this book called as Almond. Please do read this and leave your thoughts in the comment box so that we can have a beautiful chat together. And before going, I want to tell you that my writing progress, my friends are asking me that what you're doing, how is your writing process is going, is it done, is it not done, why it's taking so long. So for all of them, I wanted to say that I completed the first step of my book, that is creating the second draft, and I've successfully sent to the agents that I know. I've sent like dozen of agents, and there's a lot more journey to go. But in the meanwhile, I'm plotting for my second book. That's again a thriller, and I've got the plot. I was just discussing it yesterday about how it's going to be. It's again a thriller. I don't want to put so much light into the second book until my first book is done and it's released. So I'm really hoping, and I've been putting a list agents did I send or did I send in future. So I think it's a very long process, because finding an agent is one such thing that it is very difficult. I'll put a separate process of how my writing is and how it is going. So yeah, that's all. So I'll be meeting you all in the next video.